Boom. Config this to have a tag. Make sure to have like, and also the emitter has a good idea. Now with that. Now if we do explosion, now this is gonna do damage. The radius about that. Now we need to add it to have a tag. Now it says explosion. Now to get rid of that tag, because you will need it later for the bullet, the shell. Now we need is you have to put EMMO ammo. Then do is put the look at gizmo here and tell it to look at not Sherman target anymore, but AMMO. This is needed to know. This is needed, by the way. Now, if we just look at it, now it's, see, it was more downward. It's looking at the emitter. So just to show you, it actually is working. Now, just to show you, it works. Now grab this. It should be looking at it. See, it's looking at this. See that? It's looking at it. Now, we put it back here. Now, the explosion emitter is going to work, right? Now, we need is to put a... Now, we need to grab is a projectile launcher. Now, get out of here and then find the projectile launcher. Now we gotta go find the projectile launcher. Here it is. Then do is put this here in the tank. In the tank barrel. Why? Because you need it to do this. Now, to order this to work, see, now we need to do is now we have to remember the button is to fire at it. So this is how to fire forward. Now we have to do this is fire in direction. This is telling me to fire at the direction of the target. It's the target. So if we look up a now we just need to do PROJ projectile launcher fire projectile, and you want to see see right here, projectile launcher fires projectile. This is head damage. Now, just to tell you, it's hard to tell, but we want is anything. Just to let you guys know, you guys have to get all these just in case. Now, this is just color. This is color. Now, that's speed. Torso. Set projectile color. Or anything that's projectile. Set projectile speed. Now we want it to shoot anywhere. Hi? Hey, Mama. What? Hi.
Daddy, take your plate in?
No. No, it's right there.
Both of them?
That was there from last night. I took that other plate in, but he didn't take that one.
Okay. I'll get out of your way here.
Okay.
I'll just take this with me.
Okay. Now projectile launches. Projectile launcher fires projectile. Now we need this. So we need the button. Now we need a button to shoot at it. Now we need is Now we need button. Now we need the CB2 version. Now we need to connect this to here. When it fires, now we're gonna put a tag. Fired forward. So just to show you it will work. Just to show you it fires it. Fired forward. Now this will tell me. So pretty much these are all the projectile launcher stuff. Just to show you it will fire. See, it won't fire until we set the target. Now, these are not recommended or anything. It's optional for your tank. If you want to make it fancy. But these are just recommended, all these. But all you just basically need is just a button. But to actually set the explosion to fire. So then it says fire forward. This is what it looks like when it fires. See, it's firing inside the barrel, right? That's not what you want. You don't want to put the projectile. You want it just about at the end of the barrel. Then you'll get a good shot, just like this. Just like so. Now, what you just gotta do is, set the machine gun now. The machine gun right here. Now, we know how to set a machine gun, right? Well, this is different. Now, you just need to do is get another projectile launcher. So, all you just need is to get a projectile launcher. Then put it right here, just at the front of it. And just as before, you just need is to fire it forward. All you just need. Now, projectile launcher will fire at the projectile. Hand damage. Head damage. Target. Color. Speed. These are just not easy. Set projectile color. That just sets the projectile. Now, as you can tell, you could do the same thing with many, but it won't work. But to order to proceed to the fire, next firing, you need to do it again. Just like that. You can't, it won't work on the same button. Now that's done, now you can add another machine. There's a machine gun on the turret. Then we're going to use corks instead. This is a way of an actual working tank. Now we need to set it to cork so we can even hear both. It doesn't matter what speed you put it at. All that matters is you're doing damage. Now we got everything set up. Now all you gotta do is connect it again. As again, boom. Now all we just gotta do is set this. Now we gotta set every one of these to look at the target. Now as you can tell, we need to put you there, you to here, just to show you it will work in action. Now we got everything set up here. And you always want to do is keep that end there away. And you want to also keep the end of the tank. Now, everything's all set up. Now you gotta do is bring the button over here to the target. Now, as usual, it'll shoot like this. It'll look like that. So as soon as I move this, so we'll just say we could do this. Okay, it's looking at it. Now delete that wall. Boom. Now regardless, it's looking at this. But we won't, so it won't work directly. Because this is looking ahead of the target. You want the see, that's moving there, but you want the thing to move. So, get rid of it. Now you're over here. Now, you want to do is before you do anything, you do is go back down and get yourself a look at it again and just put everything back in as usual. Put it inside the turn head just like so, at the very tip, just like this. And just to make sure it will activate, make sure you put it on 1. Then set the tag. It's already set on object. Then do is put it on the same code. Just remember, these are just recommended names. You can put any name you want. Now, as soon as you do this, boom, it should now look at the target. Now, since the thing right here is looking a little bit more to the left, now you gotta do is do as the same. Now select everything here. Select even the projectiles. Select everything you know. Now just do this. As you can tell, it's right here. So now you do is turn a little bit to the left. And it's a little bit down. Should be just like so. Then next, you gotta now, all I gotta do is move that back out. Now, everything's set. Now, just do is, if it did move, now, when I do this, make sure everything is evened out. And then now, put it down to the current rotation thing. Now, connect it from the tip and do this. It's easier just to do it by select, but it's faster. Now put it on even the projectile launchers. Put it on the projectile launchers, just like so. Now, as soon as I move this, everything should work. Just like so. And just about right here. Now, when we do this, it's going to be a little weird how to make it. Now, see it's looking at it? Now, if we fire, see this is a button right here, but I'm going to get rid of it. Now, since you're looking at, it's looking at the emitter, hopefully. See if the actual, as you can tell, it actually shoots. Now, if you fire like crazy, that works. Now, if we if we bring in the actual counterparts, just like so, grab yourself the Sherman. I got myself the Sherman. Rise it up. Rise it up as big as possible. Then do it like that. Then also get the Tiger tank out. Then do get out of here. Then search up. It actually stand. It's a search, not like me. Tiger. Then now we got ourselves a Tiger tank. Tiger 1 tank. Now just do like I'm doing here. Now do so. Now then edit the invention. Then get rid of the. Now get rid of. We're just gonna do this in one video. Now select the. Now as you can tell, this is here. You want to select the since this is an invention. Now there we go. Now select. Now put it on keep it on select. Now hold it and then it'll take some time, but do what I'm doing. Always do the. Now that since this is an actual working tank yet without an actual working vehicle, it won't be able to drive. So, however, we be able to do it this way. Players can drive the tank and the so how this is going to work is there's going to be another part of how everything is going to perform is that and this thing does have a machine gun right here. So we're going to do everything. You guys are going to see another video coming up, I think either later today. If you guys want to double upload, but I don't care if it is or not. But I'm just saying is, this will be a tutorial vid, and the next one will be just what I'm going to use this, how to make a tank. How the tank is even, how to drive the tank. There's going to be a video about that. How to drive the Rec Room tank. And also how to use it. That's going to be a video coming out soon. And now just move this up. And also just do it this way. Now just make this easier for yourself. Just now select. Now do edit. Then select this. If you have a missing item that goes up. Now just select everything on the turned head. Select everything on the turned head again and delete it. Just like so. And remember, use the dome light because you're going to be using this in very, very dark maps. And by the way, this invention is going to be available soon. This tank. And by the way, thank you so much for the support. Just to let you guys know. But still, regardless, this is a workable tank. But now, next, we're going to get rid of the tank, every bit of the tank turn for this. Make sure you got everything around first. Make sure you got the projectile launchers on, even the turret and the machine gun parts. So you can get an accurate and historical battle. And this will work. And by the way, the only way you can make anything will have triggered. So if you like hit it, it will kill you and declare respawn you. And that's what you want. You want it to kill the tank, and you also, so what we'll do is the look at gizmo is there for the turn. But to make it drive is for the other part. Now, since you got that done, now put the actual tank barrel right here on that. Make sure you got everything. Select everything. Now now you got yourself the tank barrel here. Now you can move it whatever you want, just like so. Now make sure, keep the tank turned on, just like this. Keep it like this for good. Then lean it a little more straight. Then I'll keep it about the same straightness. Now, we gotta do is tank target. Now, we gotta do is now get a look at gizmo. The other stuff is recommended, but this is needed. This is very well needed. Then we're gonna do is tank target. Then as well, turn it on. Now make sure the turn head actually moves. So as soon as you turn it on, it's activated. It's looking at it. Now you have to guess what angle it's at as well. Now before you even use the turret head, now make sure, and also make sure you get this, so also interact with it, move it up, and also drag it. So this will be looking at the target. And as soon as I put it back, it will look straight back at it. See, it's looking straight at the truck. Now you gotta do is select anything here and then turn it at that degree of an angle. Now since this is here, you gotta do is simple. As well, this is here. Now you have to guess. Now you have to put your head at the same angle. So do this. See, it's not directly at it. Keep going. And you also have to do it this way. See, the barrel is not close. You want the barrel about that. Angle of a degree, it's about the same, but we can just do it about that. Now what you gotta do is move the turret head towards the target, to the thing, the look at gizmo. And you want to center the look at gizmo to the turret head. So the tip will be kind of touching it. Now get the wire. Then next, get this and put it on the turn head. Then next, you gotta do is get look this again, but select the next one. See, this is all select. See, it's all connected. Now everything's working now. As you can tell, it's looking at it. See, look, it's looking at it, which terrifies me. So when we get hit, so this would be used as in tank battles and stuff. As you can tell, the tank barrel is looking directly at the buggy, which is what I want. Now, you gotta do next is also get a projectile launcher, and then get it inside, like somewhere in the barrel, so it will shoot. It has room. Just remember, you also have to make sure the barrel, has to be evened out. Alright, you won't be either getting a smooth or a good gameplay. But if you also want to get gameplay shots, there's even some models, some tanks in the game in this has like cameras for like the VR shit that I don't care about. And the clamp right there does work, so you are good to go. I want this to look at that. I want this to clip on here. So just to show you, it will work. I don't know what happened, but it does not matter. But as you can tell, it went over here, right? And it's looking up. It's because it's the reaction. Now you can just do this and just put it back. Simple as that. Now and you can look at it sometimes. And then sometimes so there you go. Now, since this is a bigger barrel, it's gonna have to do a lot of damage. But now, since this is looking at that, this is just a test target. Now, we gotta let it look at something else. So let's grab ourselves let's just grab something that, well, random. Well, for now, this will be the same. So as soon as the Sherman, now this is all ready to go. Now, since this is already. Now, just to show you that this will shoot and everything. But now instead of that, we could be able to do anything now. Now we gotta do is connect this to, well, here. Now we gotta make sure everything works. Now sometimes it won't work. Sometimes it won't, sometimes it won't. So it's always good to move the look at gizmo a little bit. But it's always good to do is look at a different angle. Now it's always good to move also the projectile launcher away from the barrel. As you can tell, if you follow this, oh look, ready? It's at the look at gizmo. Now, if we drive, everything should work. Now, and so we want to do, if you get too close, you're gonna get shot at, of course, and that's what we want. So we want is a trigger volume. A trigger volume. We want this to work, okay? So anywhere around the tank, so we're going to put it about at this axis, then go huge. So the tank has a way to shoot. Now, if it won't fit, always transform it to the size. Now, since this is here, and we want to make it into object, we want to see a switch to, let me see, filter by tag. So we want this, object. So we want the object, so it is tank target. Now, since this is in here, now it's reading the thing. It's reading that. Now, if we connect this, which is up here, connect this so when the object is entered, you have to use this tag here. Then you put the tag onto this here. Then it will fire forward. Since this is in here, you're gonna hear. As you can tell, it shot. As you can tell, it shot when we got too close. Now you guys tell. And see, as if I was close, it wouldn't even bother me. But, as you can tell, it has machine guns on it and everything, which I don't. Now, this is next. But if you watch this, see, it's a little worried. What we will do is move that emitter down to the chassis. A little bit down to the chassis. We don't want it up here, so we want it to go down here. Then it should technically fire at it. And we want them to move it about the middle of it. Now we want to move it about, just about here. Look at it. That is horrifying just to see. Now, as soon as it's looking at it, of course. Just to show you guys a little better, it'll fire at it. But we want it in the ground. So what we gotta do is also grab this, grab the emitter, and go completely down. Look at it. It is directly aiming somewhere at the tank. Just like so. See, it's hitting it. So, what you can do is you can also move this up and down, too. If you want to aim it clear over here at the truck, at this tank, for example. See, it's going to overshot it, right? What you want to do is also, you want to try to, like, move it. As you can tell. As you can tell, it's right here. And you want to move it down. So sometimes you gotta, like, move it. Like, sometimes you can move it, like, over here. And then down a little. And sometimes it will hit the target. This is not a part one, though. See, it's registering that it's there. So we gotta go down. Now we fire. See, it will hit it if it was right there. So all we gotta do is use. See, that is just a test now. Now we gotta put the emitter back. Now, that is just a test. Now we gotta configure it and get rid of the tag. Now we gotta go down and get rid of the tag. Now we gotta go back to the idea of Sherman target. Then we go back here, and it should say Sherman target. Nope. Then we type down Sherman. And then you should, and then, well, Sherman. You have to click Sherman now. Because it already kind of does it. Now, you gotta do is, see, configure this, and you need to tell it to look at Sherman. As you can tell, it's completely looking at the tank, the tank barrel of the Tiger. Now, as soon as now everything is done, now you gotta do is now, of course, now you gotta put move. You gotta also have to clamp. You have to do. So grab this. Oh shit. Keep it there. You just gotta do is click connect this to the clamp here. Then do is next get this. Now get the turret heads a little bit higher. Now do is lower it back down to the bottom of the chassis. But also keep it as high though. Now just like so, and then move it a little bit. Now that's there, and now we gotta go. Now we gotta put this in here. Now we needed to do. Now as you can tell, it's looking at it. And the tank barrel is going. Now you gotta do is make sure. So now we gotta do is. There we go. And that's how I use the turn head movement. So if we get the buggy a little close. As you can tell, it'll just fire at it. And then, now, you gotta do is a player will seat. Now what we gotta do is now make a vehicle. Get in here. Now all you gotta do is simple. You gotta get yourself a vehicle. And I'm gonna pick myself a truck. Trusty truck. So we gotta do trusty. Now we got a trusty or pickup. Trusty pickup. Now we got to do is put the trusty truck down into the lower part. Then freeze it. You gotta freeze it. Now that's frozen. Now make this 10 times bigger than the turn head. Then the zone will be bigger as well. Then make the turn head larger. Then make the turn head 10 times larger than the chassis. About like that. Now you got yourself a work. Now you gotta do is put it about the same height here. Now to order to see to see, you could use a tank. The tank, right? Well, I'm going to modify the tank to the way that I like it. Now, there we go. Now the tank is looking at it, and that looks goofy, and it looks quite big. You can adjust it wherever you want to enlarge it. You have to enlarge it. Now grab it by blue here, and shrink it down to the way you like. So there. Then you gotta do is put it like so, the way that I like it. So about right there, and then we wanted to do is go a little bit back here. And we want to move it up a little bit. But since this is here, you are going to have to modify the neck. So I'll be right back. Well, not right back, but you guys will watch me. So how am I going to do this, I may ask? Well, what we're going to do is clone. See, we're going to find the turret mark somewhere. There's the cannon barrel there. So what we want is, we want something that can fit around the neck. So what we do is, we grab this here on this side. We want to grab the turn head. We want to grab the turn head, then transform. Not transform, but clone. Then clone every one of these to go down. So you have a, so it looks like it's connected. So it'll stay connected. And then I know that it's there. This is the way that game, the developers of War of Thunder did. Now you got that. Now you gotta move the turn head in a little bit. Now there we go. It is completely, well, not completely, but now you gotta scale it down to the point that you like it. Now shrink it in so you don't see the inners. You can see it a little bit on this side, and bingo, you cannot see it anymore. Now you're going to the part. Now you gotta use a clamp, but now what you gotta do is grab this, clamp it onto the body. We want it to unfreeze. But since this is unfrozen, now we want to unfreeze it. See, it's in the ground and it's like connected. And as you can tell, it is connected. Now we wanted to do is, now we want to unfreeze it, and now it's open. Now you want to do is config, you want, not config, but this to go here. Then you want to do is, if it has these extra accessory, always put it on the top. Now we want to do is as well, this is well clamped. Now everything should work accordingly. Now you wanted this to do, as you can see. Now you want it to do this. Ooh. As you will, it's moving it. As you tell, it is literally moving it. Now you want this to go right here. And make sure it'll look at it. It will still look at it. It will tell you how it works. As you tell, it is not connected. So what you need is another. If you, as you can tell, it's not connected. So you want to do is connect it here. As you can tell, it won't move, right? It'll just do that bouncy bounce. Well, if you do this here, then if you connect it to this, it is connected. This is still currently connected to this. Because now, if you connect it, it will connect to the bottom. As you can tell, it should. As you can tell, it is working. As you can tell by the lag. Now you have to move the body out of here. And realizing that the bottom is falling with it. Then you can do is, now you gotta do delete. Now it should work and it should move. Hopefully. As you can tell, the thing is not looking at it, right? Well, the only way you can get this to look at you so I had to freeze the truck still for a little bit. Now we wanted to do is to get the turn. The turn, at least. Now you guys, so turn here. Now you want to do is move, we want it to look at it. As you can tell, it should look. So see, it's looking over here, right? Well, we might have to put it back over there. Now we want to put it, we're going to carry it and move it over here. As you tell, it's moving the turret. We don't want that. As you can tell, it's looking at it. What you want to do is make sure the barrel is also looking at it. So what if we do is put the barrel right there and then connect that. What we want to do is make sure it can look straight at it, of course. So it's right there. What we want to do is move the turn head as far back as we can. Then next, we gotta put it up. Now we gotta edit the body so it can stay hidden. Now all we gotta do is just do this a couple of times. Now we just do that, and now it's hidden so we don't see the body. Then next, get rid of the cannon, because now we gotta move this forward. We want to move it as in the back here. This is modified now. Now it's here, and we don't know where the look at thing is. Now that's here. Now we gotta move this back to the spot. Now as you can tell, it's looking at that. Now we want this to be moved to right into the barrel. Of course, we gotta make sure it stayed. Okay, it stayed. Now we gotta do is now do connect. Now as you tell, the body is there and the turret is here. Now what you can do is this if we wanted to, but the next thing we want this to do is, now it should look at it theoretically. See, the barrel is looking that way. So we want it to look at the truck a little bit. So now we got, now we want to aim it a little down. And we need to aim it at the truck a little bit. Then all we gotta do is put it back in the middle so it'll be perfect. Now, since it's here, now we be perfect. Now we good. As you can tell, it's looking at the tank. Look at that. And that's how you do it. Now, if you want to drive it, and it should work theoretically. This is theorizing. And I hope it'll work. 3, 2, 1. That's bad. It's not linked up to the body. Now we gotta connect this to the body. Just like so. Now we got everything in here. Holy shit! That's one flexible tank head, and that's why I like that. Is now we gotta select every bit of this. Even the tank barrel. Now we got... Okay, hang on. By the way, that was cool. I just see the turn head to say, it's gangster style. I just see it just stay on so perfect. I never seen that before. That was amazing. That was a beautiful, beautiful shot. Holy cow. That's the whole point of making inventions, is you have so much fucking fun before the inventions, just fuck it. The thing you're creating is perfect. Now, that was cool. Now we'll be able to go in it. It's hard to tell, but I am technically moving. Now, we need somewhere to see. So, it's hard to see currently. Technically it is, because I can't see if it's in front. Now we need to click the body, and then we're going to have to take rid of a lot of stuff. As you can tell, we can see just through this, but we can't see for here. So we will need is to delete here. Right in front of me. But there's armor right here. So I need to select a lot of this armor. This is... Oh, wait. Oh, well. Now we gotta make sure every bit of this armor is gone. Does not matter, but it might be for you guys. But it does not in this case. Just to make sure everything is staying put. But you can see the floor moving. Or the bottom of it, at least. Nope. Now we gotta do is also we're gonna have, so this will be here. Now what we gotta do is just clone this so we'll be able to hide. Now I just want to do is just, now I want to select that up here. I'll select up here. No, not there. What we're gonna do is just clone this. We're just gonna clone it and just use it as the front plate. We're just gonna use it as a front plate. So we'll be able to see in a perfect and the best view. Now we'll be able to see, and now we're able to move. It's just now it's going to be a tough part. I want to turn it, but it'll turn the whole bloody thing. So I'm just saying, we're just going to leave it alone for a little bit. Now I can see where I'm going. Now I can see where I'm going, which is the coolest part, and I think I can't tell. But you can obviously tell the turn head is moving, and this is moving too. Look at that. There you guys go. A tutorial to how to make a working and drivable and shootable tank in one go in Rec Room. Now, if you guys want any more info on this, go to my Discord. I'll put it in the description after I get this video going. But as soon as the video's up, or you guys can just go on to the but I'll do is when I upload an animation, I'll make sure I get that posted. That link, I promise. So this is a tutorial of how to make a workable and drivable tank in Rec Room. Enjoy. And have good luck. And see you guys in the horizon. Let's go. Woo!